looking stuff up. Should we explain what we're actually doing? At some point.
At some point. Not yet.
So you're going to take this time to explain what each of you is doing?
Okay, so if you guys, here's the controller that we're using. We're sporting a stylish red because Mirror's Edge is all about red.
And I have my speedrunning jacket, which is red and white.
Yes, I don't have one of those. I need to get one. But anyways, the way, like, most two-player, one-controller games are not as complex as Mirror's Edge, so doing a two-player, one-controller run of this game is extremely difficult. To give you guys an idea, I'm controlling all of face movement, like forward, backwards, left, right, diagonal, whatever it be. I'm controlling the jumping, the slides, and like the coils, stuff like that. And Oven Donkey,
I have the right side of the controller, which controls the camera movements. So I pretty much point us where we need to go, and he should probably take us there. And then I have the button that makes you spin around, which is useful, and the button that makes you punch things, which is not really that useful. And then, okay,
we're just explaining.
We're almost ready. And then I have all these buttons that don't really do much. This one presses buttons.
What the heck did you just do?
It also starts the game, and I can also disarm people and use slow motion.
You want to start once it loads, whatever?
No.
That was just a preview of what's coming up.
So can they see the controller and everything?
Yes, they can see the controller.
All right, so we're good to go whenever.
Okay, give me a countdown when you get.
All right, well, we just want to finish explaining. So, Mirror's Edge, two-player, one controller, it's basically I'm moving everything, and he has to know where I'm moving in order to look in that direction to get the job accomplished. So it's extremely difficult. We're going to do the best we can, so...
And timing starts as soon as they hit X on the screen.
As soon as we count down, time starts.
Let us know if you ever want
Just
quiet.
do the countdown. It's a lot easier.
All right, you can count down if you want.
3, 2, 1, go.
Whoa!
All right, so right off the bat, in Mirror's Edge, there's a training like area.
This is actually a really difficult skip, the training
No.
skip.
It's true.
Anyways, it's a training area, and you can just skip it, but it's kind of complicated with two people because he has to press the start button, then I have to press the down button, then he has to know, and then press X. If I were to press like a different button, we'd like lose like 5 seconds, or if he pressed X too early. So that's already kind of complicated off the bat. It gets really complicated when we have to do like turn jumps and stuff, and it's just like really hard to like do that. Okay, so here we go.
So that was commentary.
That's this game.
What
pretty
they
much.
did just at the very beginning was a side jump boost. Now, I'm just going to say this as if we hadn't run this at the marathon before, because I don't know if everyone has seen it. A side jump boost will get you from no movement speed at all to maximum movement speed instantly. It's like a 7 or 8 second run up to go from you start slow and then you walk and then you jog and then you run full speed. It's one of the easiest tricks in the game because you just strafe and jump and turn at the same time. But because one of them has to strafe and jump and the other one has to turn, it's really an impressive feat of timing for them to sync those movements so well.
It looks like you're playing on the PS3 version.
Yeah,
Is there a reason for that?
Okay, so the console version of Mirror's Edge has significantly longer loading times than the PC. Longer.
You said console version.
Yeah. So the console version loads much slower than the PC version does. So the times on console are a lot longer than the PC times. We're playing on the PlayStation 3 right now. As far as I'm aware, the Xbox and the PlayStation 3 have the same amount of loading times. So playing specifically on the PS3, there's no like real reason for that, except for that me and Oven Donkey just have always played Mirror's Edge on the PS3 before he switched.
To the better version?
Yeah.
And this run kind of came about as we can't practice the PC run for the marathon. Let's kill time with Mirror's Edge on the only copy we have on console.
Yeah, the reason why we started like even doing this in the first place, a 2-player, 1 controller. Oh my God, we're gonna die.
Oh, don't get shot.
Okay.
All right, we're good.
They were
Side
one
jump?
bullet away from death.
Yeah.
All right, we're good. Okay, so where was I? So the way this run came about was Oven Donkey was in the marathon and he was doing the PC version, and we couldn't get on the PC version because the game was downloading. So since we had nothing else to do, we decided why not just play Mirror's Edge on the console. And so then we kind of got bored with that and was like, let's see if we could do Chapter 9 with 2 players, 1 controller. And then from there, we just kind of did it for fun. And then a lot of people in the practice rooms and playing rooms really liked the idea of it. And so, yeah, here we are now. We've only been practicing for about, like, 4 or 5 days. So
Looks pretty smooth considering that.
yeah, even though, like, I'm talking a lot and we're not, like, communicating back and forth, we don't communicate back and forth, like, pretty much at all during the run.
Well, we do, but it's like through our minds.
Yeah.
Telepathy.
honestly, like,
Nice.
we're, like, I don't know how to explain it. If we were to call things out, I think it would confuse us more than help us. Oh, man. If you land on the pole there, you don't have to roll, but, so we don't, like, tell each other what we're gonna do. We just kind of, like, do it. It's, like, super hard to explain, but it requires a lot of concentration. So,
Half of which you're dedicating to commentary.
yeah, I'm doing half commentary, half concentration, and it's
Yeah,
all right so
If
far.
you want me to hop in on like game mechanic
Yeah,
commentary,
go ahead.
You can
tell
concentrate more, just
tell
let me know.
people about the story if you want.
Basically, the story of Mirror's
What
Edge
story?
was written by the amazing Rihanna Pratchett, who, she's the daughter of esteemed writer Terry Pratchett, and she also gave us a shout out on Twitter after the marathon run. And basically the story is, it's a dystopian future, and like all forms of communication and free thought are being monitored, and you're always being watched. Basically, 1984 light. So this subculture has developed of the runners, who are these, people who are super good at parkour, who can take like physical documents that haven't been read by the government from place to place and show them to people who need to see them to resist against the government. This city, we don't know a whole lot about the world that Mirror's Edge exists in. We only really have a lot of information about the city itself. But the city is run by a very iron-fisted mayor named Mayor Callahan, and she is a huge jerk and no one likes her. And turns out there's someone who is running against her in the elections, and his name is Pope, and he finds out about something called Project Icarus, but you don't know what that is. And then he's killed, and your sister is framed for the murder. And now you're trying to clear your sister's name and free her from jail, and at the same time figuring out what Project Icarus is. Which, spoiler alert, turns out to be using secret agents inside of the runners' social circles.
Real quick, we're gonna try and do a kick glitch, and I'll explain after what it is.
Fancy.
Oh, we didn't get it. All right. Anyways, some of the differences between the console version and the PC version, there's a thing called a kick glitch, and it saves a lot of time, throughout the run. Basically what it is you can jump on a 3-frame window after you wall kick off of a wall. It's kind of hard and complicated to explain, but I'm not really going to do it because we don't use it in the run at all.
Yeah,
But
if you watched the PC run a few days ago in the marathon, this is not the same route as that at all.
Yeah.
Because the PC version has glitches that are not possible on the console version, and glitches that are just ridiculously hard on the console version, so we don't use them.
yeah.
Especially when you have two
Yeah.
people trying to play on one controller.
Exactly. So we just kind of tried it just for fun, because basically on console it's possible to do a kick glitch, but it's really, really, really just pretty much luck based.
You have to put a jump input in.
Yeah.
Add
And so to make
add
it
one of those 3 frames.
yeah, to make it 10 times harder, with 2 players, it's extremely almost impossible because I have to time the jump off of his kick. On single player, I would know when I'm kicking and then I jump. I just have to time it off his kick, which is literally almost impossible. So we just tried it for fun. It doesn't really lose any time, really, not that much. So this is the first little skip here. It saves about 10-12 seconds, and it's kind of dangerous, but we got it.
Yeah.
So.
Thankfully, it's one of the easier out of bounds.
Yeah, with 2 players, it's slightly less easy, but at least it's somewhat easy.
Wall run kicks by themselves will let you fall longer distances without dying.
And also, kicking while falling kind of resets some of your vertical momentum, so you can fall farther without taking like falling damage.
Yeah. The reason why those people were not solid was because we skipped a loading trigger where they're supposed to disappear.
They were ghosts.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not supposed to see people at all in this game. So we kind of skipped down there, and that's how they're not solid.
Yeah, something a lot of people don't realize about this game is that it's actually like a supernatural murder mystery, because we've got ghosts now, and we've got telepathic people playing. So it's kind of more on the supernatural, like sort of horror side.
It's a pretty scary game if you ever played
It's
it.
too spooky.
Yeah.
Also, since we never really said anything, I'm Oven Donkey and he's Ari, and there's people on the couch that I can't see because they're behind me.
So we got. I don't think they can hear them, so I'll just do it. I'm Ari2929. Oven Donkey, he already said.
They can hear us on the couch.
They can't hear MoFat and Luke.
They might be able to.
They can if they would project towards the mic.
Well, do you guys want to do it?
So this is kind of a long period of gameplay with nothing happening, so we'll call on couch, I guess.
Okay, I'm MoFat.
Hi!
MoFat, yeah.
My name's Luke.
Okay.
And I am Play Madness and several other horrible things that Chad have been saying about me.
So right at the start of Chapter 2, we're going to try and do a really hard jump. It's not easy, so let's see if we can do it. All right, we got
Wow,
it.
that was
Not even hard.
clapworthy. I can't even do that like myself when I'm playing on PC with both of my hands.
Yeah, this game is pretty unforgiving. Oh God.
I guess we're going down.
No, we're not. Yeah, so the way this game kind of works for speedrunning is,
You jump and you run.
yeah, it's really, Mirror's Edge is one of the harder games to be consistent at all the time. I mean, you could have like the best run of your life, and then the very next like run that you do just be the worst run of your life. Mirror's Edge is just one of those games where it's almost impossible to be consistent every single time. And I think that's what I like about running Mirror's Edge the most, is because it's a big challenge, and doing it with 2 players is even more fun.
It is. It's very consistently challenging, and it's very difficult to like sort of autopilot during the run and sort of just grind runs out. You have to be thinking about it all the time.
Okay. Coming up here is another like fence jump. Fortunately, if we don't get the fence jump, there's backup strats that we can do, so that's good.
But this is one of the few places in the game where you can get out of bounds just by like jumping.
Yeah.
Turns out you can go over that fence.
Okay. This one.
Even though we missed it.
You missed the jump, but
backup
you
strat.
can
So
just go over that fence.
Yeah, that's the backup
Slide
strat.
across barbed wire.
Just slide across the barbed wire, and then the car will just slide into place.
So now we're out of bounds. This is the first like out of bounds skip that we're gonna do. There's 2 like scenarios that can happen here. Either we can get the good scenario or the okay scenario.
one.
Yeah, the okay scenario, and then there's like the awful scenario. And I'll explain them in a second.
That's actually 3.
Yeah, I said 2, but I changed my mind.
How do I math?
That should be good. Yeah, I think
Alright.
we got the good one.
Yeah, we got the super good scenario.
We,
So
we hit the we fell down to a checkpoint that you'd normally get like a minute later, and you'll always hit the checkpoint as long as you drop down in the right place. But if you do it right, you'll actually die and respawn there immediately. If you don't, you'll just fall infinitely, and you'll have to quit and reload into it.
exactly. I didn't care.
I don't really care.
One thing that if you watched the PC run, you may be noticing is they're not slide glitching. They are going through the button press animation. For reasons that no one is really sure of, for some reason the slide glitch just doesn't work on console.
Well,
It might be related to like how fast you have to input a use input that's just faster than you can do on a controller.
Yep.
I've tried it with the turbo controller and it still didn't work.
It still didn't work. So no one has a concrete reason for that.
I'm also a cheater.
oh God. Okay.
They also,
is a
related
hard
to
time.
the slide glitch, they also can't press buttons through walls.
Yep.
So they'll be going into some rooms that you didn't see in the PC 80% run.
Think of it as extra content.
Yeah.
It's
DLC.
bonus DLC.
DLC that's already in the game.
Getting into the extra rooms is DLC, but all of the glitches you're seeing here are 100% free.
So what we just did right there was skip like a little small portion of this sewer section, and it's kind of a hard jump because
we died.
yeah, because we died. That's why it's hard. Other than that, it's not hard. No, I'm just kidding.
Is it the hardest jump?
No, it's definitely not the hardest jump. What would you say the hardest jump?
I'd say every jump is the hardest jump.
Yeah.
If you watch my
Oh God, we're gonna die. Okay, go behind.
AGDQ run.
Go behind. All right, so that's like one of the like few call-outs that we'll actually do. Is either we could go on the left side of this or the right side, and that's like the only big deal.
Depends on our health.
Yeah, depends on our
You
health.
got that trick faster with 2 players than you do in one.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, he went for in this run they went for the easier of the 2 springboards.
Okay, so coming up right here is like probably the most technical trick in the entire game. Sorta. And we got it, so. We're gonna be really safe here because this jump's extremely hard to do, even with 2 players, so.
Even with 2 players.
I mean, even with 1 player. I'm getting my players mixed up. It doesn't matter how slow we do this one because that door opens. So, that's good. Oh no!
See, that wasn't really anything that we did. We just jumped at the exact same time we walked into that light on the ground, and it pushed us away from it.
That's something that makes running this game very difficult. There are a whole bunch of tiny little pieces of level geometry that'll just like entirely throw you off where you're supposed to be going.
Yeah, exactly. That goes back with what I was saying earlier. This game is super hard to be consistent at just because of little things like that. It's not so much like getting the big tricks all the time or anything. Oh, okay.
I thought we were running forward.
That's
This
all
is
right.
like the only place I'll use slow motion in the game, pretty much, and I probably just use it really early.
No. All right, it's okay. We should be able to do it.
This is really difficult.
Oh, sweet. Wow, we
Oh,
got
wow.
it. That was.
Nice.
Everything in this game is really difficult, so you'll probably just be clapping the entire game.
Yeah. Really quick, while we're kind of like at not a crazy part, I just want to say thanks to like everybody who's donated because reaching $1 million is a crazy amount, and it's just amazing that we were able to do that.
Nice.
And also, I want everybody to give a round of applause to all the people working behind me right now because they seriously do not get enough gratitude.
Or sleep.
Yeah, or sleep.
Pause for the tech station. Who are
These
actually
people-
in front of you, not behind you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Oh yeah, I guess they're in front of me. They're behind you guys in the computer.
Yeah.
Don't pause too much. I'm not exactly trying.
Well, you did a lot of trying during the marathon.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could hear that, but there's also someone behind the tech station sleeping on a beanbag.
By the way, all the HD audio is coming out from the TV, so.
Okay.
Do you have an infinite amount of slow-mo?
No, we don't.
It you use it and it
Oh,
lasts.
hold on. He said, do you have an infinite amount of slow-mo?
Yeah, and the answer is no. You can use it once, and then it recharges as you move around, and it usually takes, depending on how much you're moving, like a minute or 2 for it to come back.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Yeah.
You'll actually see it's one of the cooler looking visual things this game does. Rather than having a gauge or a meter, when they recharge their reaction time, which is the slow motion, the screen will actually have like a slate blue haze for several
What was
seconds.
the Fire Emblem game?
So this is the jackknife chase. It's a lot different than the
Yeah, but it was plugged
the
into the
PC
Game Boy
version
Player
of
on
this.
GameCube, right?
We're gonna go pretty much safety strats because if you die here, you spawn all the way back at the door that we came out of just now. They're not super safety strats, but they're precautionary strats, I guess you could call them. We're still gonna be going fast, so that's good. Fast is always good.
But you're going very fast through what's more or less the intended route of this part,
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
than double jump flying over the entire section of the game.
There's like a really difficult springboard that we're gonna try to do right here. No promises because no.
But what? I want to go fast.
I don't want to go that fast. I don't want to go fast off of a building. All right, so here's
No,
this
right
is the
here.
springboard right here. Oh no.
It's really.
And they only really get 3 tries at it because they are on a timer right now.
all right. We
There
got a
we
second
go.
try. Okay, we gotta go quick. All right, so if we're not quick here, we're gonna have to restart like a small little portion. Not a big deal, but if we don't go quick enough into the elevator, we're gonna have to restart a little bit.
We'll just like respawn right outside of this
Okay.
elevator.
Yeah, all right, we
Yeah,
got
you'll
it.
see right here.
I
It'll fade
think,
to white.
I think we'll
Oh
restart.
no, we got it. We didn't.
But that's not really a problem because we're right here.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. If you can make it into the elevator before that white screen like closes, then you're home free. But we didn't get to, so oh well, not a big deal. 3 seconds.
And we're gonna try a pretty weird glitch here that is actually faster, but like on every version, but we don't do it on the PC version because for whatever reason it's a lot harder. But it's pretty hard on this version too, but we're gonna try it.
And I think was it the name that we as a community decided on for this, like beaming?
It's the beamer glitch.
Beamer, that's it.
So that's a pretty hard glitch, but I mean, I play on console, so like all the time. I don't play PC, so I'm pretty used to it. And he doesn't really have to do much, so.
Pretty much all you have to do is do a side jump off of a wall, like at the exact same time you hit either barbed wire or a small ledge sticking off the top of the roof. And I guess it tries to push you upward when you do the side jump, but then because that ledge is there, it pushes you like away from the building really fast, and I don't know why.
Yeah, so basically all the timing on that jump comes down to me and not him. But this is chapter 3. This is the most unforgiving chapter in the entire game. For both versions, PC and console. Alright, this chapter just has a lot of like really like difficult little things throughout the entire thing, which make it pretty hard. Alright, you ready? Right there, if you could see, it was like kind of weird for a second. We actually just got a kick glitch.
A pointless one.
Yeah, it's pointless, but it's still cool nonetheless. Nice, nice, nice. That's actually a really difficult jump, but it's alright. We got it. If we don't make that jump that we just did on the little vent, it's not a big deal. It saves about 5 seconds, though.
So whenever that happens, it's because he jumps to get on the wall and then jumps again, like right before I turn on the wall. So
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Is it's all about like knowing when he's gonna do something and then I have to react to it, or vice versa. Like what just happened was basically I thought he was gonna be doing something that he didn't do, and then that's
well,
why
it did, but
Well,
it was
yeah.
just a little bit after you.
It was a little
thought.
late, but it's neither of our faults. It's just kind of like we weren't thinking at the same thing.
It's just a quirk of timing.
Yeah. Yeah, we're actually kind of like connected Siamese twins, if you didn't know. That's
Yeah.
the reason why we're able to do this.
So your telepathic link got disrupted?
Yeah, exactly. If you want to explain the office?
Pretty much, this is hard.
There's like several different routes that you can use. Oh, man.
This is like, yeah, I have to aim this so that we land on top of a light, and your screen shakes around a lot during the springboard animation.
What?
Oh,
my
why did
You
goodness.
have that.
That was
And,
so It did work. It should have.
It's hard.
Okay.
Because you're not locked into going
What is
straight.
going on right now?
You're not locked into going straight during a springboard animation, despite, physics in real life. So you can turn and go pretty much wherever you want with the springboard
God.
height.
All right, we're gonna try it a few more times. If not, we should do backup strats, even though we have not practiced.
We don't have backup strats, but we'll figure some out.
All right.
At this point, wouldn't it have been
All right,
best to
forget it.
go
Let's just
the
go.
normal
Let's just
way?
Where are we gonna go?
The normal
let's try
way
and get the
here
bar.
is really long.
So hold on for a second, because we haven't practiced this at all. Let's just turn left. Yep, up here. We just wall run. Yeah, we haven't really made backup strats for this because we've been getting that in practice.
Let's just
Yeah.
turn it
Okay.
off.
Also, prepare to be blinded by giant bloom on a white wall.
Turn. You gotta turn.
We don't have to.
Yeah, you do. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you do. All right. So we got past it. That was a lot slower than we wanted to, but at least we made up backup strats live, so that's cool. If you guys kind of want like a perspective of like how long a run is on console, Oven Donkey and I are number 1 and 2 in the world on the console leaderboards for Mirror's Edge. And when the console leaderboard record is 1 hour, 1 minute, and 19 seconds. And when we were practicing, the first time we ever did a full run, it took 1 hour and 40 minutes. So it took about like 43 minutes longer than the world record. which is all right. I mean, that's pretty good. But then as we practice more and more, our best time for 2 players, 1 controller is 1 hour and 9 minutes and some seconds. So again, just to like put that in perspective, that's only 8 minutes behind the world record for console, which is pretty fast.
And
Your own world record.
Yeah.
yeah, the console.
Speaking of perspective, they're not only telekinetic, but if you go into third person, they're a whole different kind of monster.
Yeah, that is true.
Thankfully, there's no way to force it into third person on a console.
Yeah.
So we will be spared that nightmare. Faith has really, really broken animations for third person.
There's a third person view?
On the PC version, yes.
You have to like manually force it in.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Change
there's
the config.txt, I believe.
yeah, there's no option to like in the game to bind a key to change the camera, but the game still responds to a command to change the camera.
I guess
So-
it was something they had for some time for developing, and then
Yeah.
they just didn't fully get rid of it.
And the console record on this is, I'm like 3 seconds behind him, and it's still pretty unoptimized because of just random console stuff that really sucks.
Yeah, I would say consoles like more difficult to be consistent at, but PC has a lot harder jumps that they have to do.
And there might be maybe 2 people left actually still running on console. Everyone else has moved over to the faster version.
You know, the PC version is a lot faster and easier to learn.
For reference, console's world record is 1 hour, 1 minute,
Yeah, 19 seconds.
and 19 seconds, and the console world record
Or the
is,
PC.
the PC world record is at 39 minutes. Wow.
So
That's just how much
And if-
slower.
Will that come down lower with like SSDs? And
yeah,
stuff?
the reason why it's
yeah.
so much faster on PC is because of pretty much pretty much 3 major things. It all comes down to the loading times, the kick glitches, and the side glitches or the slide glitches. If you took those out of PC, it would still be slightly faster just because of like people play on that, and it's like it's really easy to be, or it's not really easy, but it's easier to be accurate on PC. But if there was an optimized console world record, it'd probably be around 57 minutes or so. That's like pretty optimized.
Yeah, running Mirror's Edge on PS3 is kind of like running Ocarina of Time in English
Yeah,
on a PAL copy.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
It's
much.
just the game itself has so much wrong with it for speed gaming that the time is going to be so much slower than the optimal version.
Yeah. So if you guys watch the PC race of Mirror's Edge, this does not look familiar to you because they skipped this entire thing. Basically, for 2 players, 1 controller, we like to go the super duper safe strat. Hold on one second. This guy is awesome. We're gonna
This
waste
is the
time.
only enemy that we really
no.
like to kill.
Yeah. So that wastes about 5 seconds, but it's definitely worth it.
Are you gonna show off the rat again in chapter 8?
Oh yeah.
We'll
oh, yeah.
try.
Yeah, because I
That's
somehow
similar,
like
too.
turned away for 1 second during the race to confirm.
You'll see it. You'll see it. Don't worry.
This is one of the few like benefits running this route has, is if you remember in the PC version, they skipped the trigger that made that helicopter leave. So in the PC route, you're being shot at by a very lethal helicopter during this whole segment. Whereas now the helicopter just decides to leave for unexplained reasons.
Yeah, and that's why we do the super safe strats on 2-player 1 controller, because we don't have to worry about the helicopter like murdering our faces.
And now one of
Just
the
the
most
faces?
Oh man.
one of the most popular and mimetic phrases. Rip in peace, Joe.
Yeah, Joe
Your
got
life
spilled all
will
over
be
the
well
keyboard.
remembered.
So that was chapter 3. Chapter 4 is coming up now, and
We'll do not the out of bounds skip that I did in the race, but a different one, a slower one. That's easier.
but it still saves time though on the console.
if it didn't save time, we probably wouldn't do it.
Right, except for killing that guy.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Also, with these very long loading times, you see a bit of the between level cutscenes, which are done in a completely different look from the game, but at first you're like, ew, those are gross. Why did they do those? Why didn't they just make them in engine? But they kind of grow on you after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, the tweeting does look a bit odd.
Oh, and I don't think I explained this earlier, but we are playing on the PS3 version, but the version of the PS3 version that we're doing is the PSN version, which means basically the downloaded version of Mirror's Edge.
So it's just very slightly shorter loading times
Yeah.
because you're not accessing a disc.
I'm just hanging out right now.
Oh, no, we didn't get it. Okay, that's all right. Just do
Yeah,
regular.
no, I get it.
The reason why we use the download version is because it's a lot faster loading time than the regular game is, and also the graphics look slightly better on the PS3 download version.
Yeah.
And we gotta have them graphics.
Oh my God, we're gonna fall! Oh, Kappa.
Really chill about recommendations. It's mainly interacting with the chat.
Dude, why did you run right at the wall?
This was the first out-of-bounds skip we ever found in Mirror's Edge, by the way. Me and Zero Cool found it one night.
So, as you can see at the top, this chapter is called Rope Burn, and by doing this
it's
shortcut,
bonus stream,
we skip the whole encounter with Rope Burn. Basically what happens...
During the encounter with Rope Burn,
Yeah.
he dies.
Yeah, basically what happens is there's kind of like a story plot, and spoiler alert, but Celeste, your best friend, kills Rope Burn.
Wow.
She snipes him.
You just ruined like the whole game.
No, it's okay. It's okay, because by doing this, Rope Burn doesn't die, because we never go to him, so we saved his life.
Streamer, why are the enemies going Super Saiyan?
Because they can. So on the PC version, we skip more than what we just skipped, but we still skip a decent amount. You didn't.
We fell faster than normal there,
Yeah, for some reason.
which does happen in this game sometimes.
And the game's gonna load right here. That's a big downfall, is the game loads in the middle of a chapter, so that's kind of fun.
On the console version.
Yeah.
There are fewer like mid-level loads in the PS3 version than there are in the 360, but they are still present and very sad.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to read some like questions, does anybody have any questions about this?
Yeah, if you have any
Or
questions,
does anybody in
about
the people watching? Oh crap!
Yeah, if you have questions in the chat, I'm looking at it so I can ask.
Well, he's looking at it too.
Might want to.
Oh,
We've got a
crap.
couple. We have. Sorry, it's scrolling really quickly, and I'm looking at the IRC rather.
That's all right. Just do it whenever. I mean, we can stop. Stop! I can't see.
Now, you may recognize this right here as the staircase that the PC skip drops into. So that's how much more the PC skip will take you. How much farther it will take you on the level.
Oh crap!
And why is it that this version can't skip that loading?
It can, but every time you do it, your game inevitably always freezes, like no matter what.
Yeah, there are also several points in the console version that will crash.
Yeah.
That the PC
Why is it
version
so
does not.
dark?
It's because we're hurt.
Probably because of loading stuff.
Yeah.
I want to know how long you guys have been playing Mirror's Edge.
I've been playing Mirror's Edge for like 2 years.
I got the game when it came out.
Okay,
and-
well that's true. I guess I've got the game when it came out, but like speedrunning it, 2 years, I'd say.
Yeah, I've been speedrunning it on and off for like since like 2009.
All right, we kind of have to listen here, so just hold on 1 second.
That's 5 years of game running.
We may or may not get hit by a train.
All right, hold on 1 second. It should be good. All right. My hoodie or his
My
hoodie?
hoodie.
Go, go, go.
Oh, the speedrunning hoodie.
It's an Assassin's Creed hoodie.
Yeah, it's an Assassin's Creed hoodie from Ubi Workshop or Ubi Workshop.
Go, Faith.
I'm trying.
No, it's talking to Faith.
Oh,
crap.
yeah.
Crap. Okay. Oh my god, what just happened?
We
What?
we touched the train with our legs.
The wrong part of your hitbox intercepted with the wrong part of the
Yeah, that was really weird.
with the swing bar with a train involved.
That was.
Now coming up is something that's really unusual in video games. We're gonna hop over here and land on a first-person auto-scroller.
Yay, first
Not
person.
on a turret.
It's not a turret. You still have complete range of motion. You're free to jump off and kill yourself if you want. But you're just kind of hanging out on a train.
So this part is really kind of scary on console and 2 players 1 controller, because if you see in the middle, we're passing like big pillars, and you want to go after the next one? Okay. No, what are you doing?
I thought you said to go after the next one.
Okay, so that's why. Oh crap.
We should
Alright.
communicate a little better.
Yeah.
about this
Reset.
part.
Yeah, reset. We're gotta reset. So that's why this is kind of hard on 2 players 1 controller, because it's a really tricky jump to make, and I have to we both had to time it off of each other. And if you hit those pillars in the middle, okay, can I look so I can't see anything. Oh my God! All right, next one.
Okay.
All right, hold on 1 second. We'll explain it after this. Okay. So those pillars in the middle on the PC version, you could jump and go right through them. You get hurt, but you could just go right through them. On the console version, for some reason, I don't know why, but if you hit them, you die automatically, and you have to restart this whole train part.
Are there no chill strats on console?
Oh, you want to do chill strats? Watch, turn around.
We can chill strats on console.
Ah, it's okay.
You can still chill strats.
I'm pressing the turn button.
Okay, that works.
Backwards chill strats.
Yeah, backwards.
Reversed 180 chill strats. Miss the signs.
Oh no. Okay, we gotta do something. All right. Oh my God, no, we're gonna die.
Side jump.
Okay, so this is not safe at all. This is really scary. There's gonna be a train coming. There
There it is.
right
There it is. Get through the door.
Go.
Get through the door.
They're just building up tension.
So basically that was really bad. And
Too chill.
That sign above the door was supposed
What's cooler
to
than
stop.
cool?
so we went right through this red sign that's usually supposed to stop us by the door. I guess for some reason when you go backwards, you go right through it. We didn't know that, so that was not safe. But all right, it's okay. We made it regardless. This is kind of hard right here. This is really hard actually, and we got it, so it's good. All right. Yeah, that's a really weird wall kick roll thing. If we didn't get the wall kick perfectly right, we would die when we tried to roll off the building. And this is also a little shortcut. You're usually supposed to go on top of where the trains are right now.
We've had enough trains.
Yeah, we've had enough trains, so we're not doing them anymore.
There will be more trains in the run, but we need a small break.
Yeah.
So we got someone asking your opinions on Mirror's Edge 2.
I just want it to come out.
Yeah. I mean, they can do whatever they want. If it comes out, I'll be happy.
It exists,
Yeah,
so
that's
I'm
it,
fine.
That's it. As long as I honestly, they could make it a totally different game. I mean, I would be kind of sad, but I would still love it because it's Mirror's Edge. So
Didn't they name it Mirror's Edge?
yeah, the game is called Mirror's Edge.
What?
So the sequel has the same name as the original.
I don't know if that's a confirmed name yet because they still haven't. They don't have a release date or anything like that. It's really still early on, from my knowledge. But as of right now, yeah, it's just called Mirror's
It's
Edge.
definitely something that EA can do a lot more because it's calling the new Battlefront.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Even though there's already been a Battlefront.
Yeah.
And that's really kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
By
I have-
kind of, I mean really.
Though we don't know if Mirror's Edge is the official finalized title because that name is just kind of the name of the game's Twitter, but the actual announcement trailer didn't even have a name on it. At the end, instead of a title card, it just had the game's logo.
Just in case.
I thought. Are you sure?
Is that like what Prince did?
We're gonna go right.
We can go straight.
The Mirror's Edge 2, the video game formerly known as Mirror's Edge.
You're not taking a page out of Microsoft's book, calling it an Xbox One.
Yeah. I have a quick question for YSG. Is it true that you're gonna do Echo later?
Blue glass and yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Blue
Yeah!
Glass.
Kill him.
Shout outs to Blue Glass. He's doing Echo,
Echo
later.
confirmed.
Echo confirmed. You heard it
I'm
here.
scheduled to do it
It's
around.
supposed to be at about 10 o'clock tonight.
10 o'clock tonight. Write it
Looks like
down
we're
on your
pulling late
calendar.
night.
Bear in mind, anyone who's hearing that, bear in mind that is very
It's subject to
fast
change.
and loose.
Yeah, it's subject to change
We
really
don't know how
easily.
long other runs are going to take, and we're not going to be speed running setups or anything like that. So
The major point is that he's going to be doing it, and that's what we
Blue
want.
Glass is going to put out an Echo run to you guys.
Do it. We might die here, but it's intentional, and we didn't die, so it's even better. But I know that was okay.
There's a death abuse there that you can skip.
I know that was really confusing, but basically,
Is there like a checkpoint there? That
yeah,
you-
there's a checkpoint. If you die there, we would spawn on the building that we jumped over to. But it's kind of difficult to get the jump. It's kind of luck based because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I know that was kind of confusing, but it's better that we didn't die. So that's good.
How did you guys
Oh God! Oh crap! All right, let's just. Okay, we're good.
Oh, so close.
What was the question?
How did you guys get into speedrunning?
I'd gotten to speedrunning from this game. I just really liked it, and I started doing the in-game speedruns, and it kind of just went from there, which is why I guess I still speedrun this game. I don't know.
Yeah, I go for trophies on PlayStation a lot. I'm a trophy whore, but this game has trophies for beating. Well, that's what it's called. That's like the term for it. Sorry.
The term.
It's not
offensive. It's a technical term.
So
There's an invisible.
Anyways, all right, let's get
trademark.
past that. Get past it. Get past it. All right. So, anyways, I go for trophies a lot, and nice. Okay, good. I go for trophies a lot, and this game has trophies specifically for speedrunning it, and that's kind of how I started. And it probably, if it wasn't for Oven Donkey, I probably wouldn't have gotten all the trophies in the game because I used his videos a lot. And after I got all the trophies for the game, I kind of just fell in love with it and just wanted to see how fast I could like do the game. So that's pretty much how I started. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's just a question saying how many attempts have you guys done of this?
5
God.
maybe?
6.
Of 2 versus 1 controller, this is probably like our 5th or 6th try.
5 maybe.
So, someone else here asking, is there a 2-player, 1-controller world record?
I guess so.
And if not, is this confirmed world record?
Okay, so I guess if you want to be specific, the 2-player, 1-controller record is by us that we set like 2 days ago. And that's 1 hour, 9 minutes, and like 26 seconds or something like that.
I don't know.
But, I mean, we're on a pretty good run here, so who knows what will happen.
That one wasn't recorded though, so this is.
Yeah, this will be the
official
first recorded run of this, so yeah.
Yeah, this one could go up on SDA.
Let's just call it world record, no matter what it is.
You're seeing history live in the making.
And then I'll finally
This
be
is going to be our
important.
5th world record, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the game loads here, and I'm just going to tap. I tap the L2 button there because for some reason the game, like, if you're, like, jumping in the middle of a loading screen, it, like, kind of locks you into crouch mode. And the only way to get rid of it is to tap the L2 button.
Also, that's a really weird loading screen because it doesn't freeze your movement.
Yeah.
Like, it loads and then you, like, I don't know. Like, if you're jumping, you'll finish the jump and land on the ground. It's really weird.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Someone's asking what would it take for you to switch places?
Oh my God. No. It would be no. 30,000.
30,000.
Maybe next year we'll do a run, switch places.
No,
Maybe.
I think a 30,000 donation
So
incentive sounds fair.
Fire drill percent?
Yeah. That would be kind of cool. That would be so hard.
Neither of us have even tried the other
Oh, God.
the other side yet. So.
Will Oven Donkey be on top next time?
Yes.
Of course.
I'm a regular size.
That's everybody's favorite quote right there. Get higher faith. For no particular reason at all.
Which one?
It just
Get
sounds-
higher, Faith.
Get higher faith.
It doesn't have any implications outside of the literal interpretation of climbing.
Oh God. We have to wait for this.
Or raising your faith stat.
Yeah.
That's true.
Level up and become better at healing, Faith.
Raise your donation.
So I know like we've been talking a lot and like kind of like calm and stuff, but inside my head, like every 2 seconds, I'm like, oh my God, I hope he does what I think he's about to do, because it's like super like hard. I mean, if we had more practice, we probably would be able to do this a lot smoother without like having a heart attack. But
He has no faith in me.
That is one.
is it no more after that?
Oh, so I can't make my really terrible Mirror's Edge joke.
You're the one that made the rule.
No running gags.
Okay. So,
my god!
That was amazing!
Oh my God! I just got that. literally the greatest.
That was good.
You gotta high five that. Good glass.
Literally the greatest joke of all time.
Okay, so it's kind of serious time.
I want that on a shirt.
Kind of serious time.
And soon.
Soon.
Soon it's serious.
Just call him now, it's fine.
Yeah, this what we're about to do right now is a pretty major skip, and if we mess it up, we lose. Oh God, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. We just messed up there. So this skip, if we mess it up from where you're supposed to do it at, it probably loses about a minute or so, minute 30. So it's kind of like we gotta be careful.
It's the only place where we like really have to. I have to tell them what to do.
Okay, that's all right. We could have made it to the awning without grabbing on, but it doesn't matter. It's okay. And right here, I'm grabbing this red bar just for safety.
That's a checkpoint, and well, at least I've noticed that if on the PC version you don't grab that, you don't have to. But on this version, if you're doing the skip and you don't grab it, it tends to freeze the console. Oh God.
Oh God, what are you doing?
It turned the other direction than it normally does. She always turns the other direction when I do that. That
Right.
was not normal.
But it's okay because we got the bar. If we hadn't have grabbed that bar and been risky, we would have lost a lot more time. So,
Yeah, they would have been back at the beginning of the chapter.
yeah.
Someone's asking if you're skipping the scene where the police captain shoots a couple of guys.
No. At the end, chapter 9?
They don't give me details. as to
I
what's
think I think he means that, like during one of the cutscenes between the chapters, there's a scene like
Guys,
that.
out of bounds.
Yeah, okay, so we're out of bounds. This is like,
Yeah.
yeah. There's like an invisible barrier that we rolled on to get down to the street. All right, now we gotta be quiet
Oh,
here.
yeah. Warren. Jump. Hopefully. How's it? You have to jump at a really specific time.
We got
And
it.
they got it.
Nice.
So yeah, if we would have messed that up, that would have been like really bad because we would have started all the way back at the beginning of the chapter, and we would have had to wait through 2 loading scenes.
Okay, I'm going to use my jump up here. It's obviously very clear at this point that Faith knows no boundaries.
Yeah, no, nope. Oh man, the puns that are just coming out of this.
There, that's my joke. Thank you.
I don't know if they heard you. We got to repeat it.
I don't want to repeat it.
I've been to all week.
Oh, also I just remembered the scene that guy was asking about, and it is in chapter 9, and we do skip that cutscene, and we're not getting up the fence.
Yeah, I thought that's what the one he was
Yeah.
talking about. I mean, I guess we could watch the first little part since it's like right at the beginning, if he wants to. Do you want to?
Oh no, he doesn't want to watch it. He just wants to know if you're skipping.
Okay, yeah, we skip it. We skip it really bad.
We skip all the cutscenes.
Yeah. What are cutscenes?
Even the unskippable cutscenes.
This game has no story.
We skip them.
Nice. Ah. Okay, so we got a weird like thing where we fall like extra fast.
What's up?
Actually, I kicked, but we were moving
Yeah.
forward apparently.
Yeah.
So,
But we're still moving like super fast compared to like what we're supposed to be moving at.
yeah.
I think this is the last point in the game that it like loads in the middle of the level, right?
Yeah, and we're gonna quit and reload the game here to stop the console from freezing at the end of the chapter.
Yeah, there's a big chance that if you don't save and quit here, your console is going to freeze at the end of the chapter. Or if you happen to die by accident, the console goes into an infinite loading screen. So we have to quit to the menu and then reload. And then that eliminates that problem completely.
Does that have to do with the skip?
Yeah, that's what we think. We're not entirely sure, but
I mean, it only happens if you do the skip, so
yeah.
it's something about it.
And suddenly ninjas.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Cool. Good. That's not a big deal, but I mean, it saves quite a bit of time if we get that. It's kind of like hit or miss.
Not that we're actually seeing the ninjas, but
Yeah.
there.
You'll see them later.
Well, if you saw the ninjas, they wouldn't be doing their job.
Yeah. True. True.
Yeah, sometime we'll probably have to go to commentate speed and have someone watching the fire.
So it's pretty good run so far. We only had a few like minor deaths.
Actually, I don't know if you caught it, but while they were looking at the news ticker in that elevator, that is one of the very few news tickers in this game that actually has a typo in it. I think it might be the only one. there's the phrase, Mayor Callahan has called a close emergency meeting at the Shard with his closest advisors. But canonically, Mayor Callahan is a woman.
Is there any more questions? That's awesome. Or I don't know where Mofat went. Mofat's not with us anymore, so what was that?
And another perfect example of how this game can just arbitrarily decide whether or not you're having a run.
Okay.
Why did you on Earth
Decide that 2 players, 1 controller was a good idea.
It's not a good
It's
idea.
not a good idea. It's
Oh,
not.
there you go.
Don't
You're
do it.
presupposing decisions were made.
Yeah. So there you go. There you go, Semi Noble. It's not a good
Yeah.
idea.
Basically, like other games that require 2-player, 1 controller are beneficial or not as like crazy. This game is like nuts. I mean,
I don't know what that sentence meant.
what?
I don't know what that sentence meant.
So like, I mean, like the GoldenEye co-op run, that's beneficial because, you know, but like this game, it's extremely hard because we're both controlling like, what was that?
You
Okay.
need to go from the corner of the building.
Well, they don't have to. I guess we just weren't going fast enough.
GoldenEye wasn't 2 players, 1 controller. It was 2
Well,
players, 2 controllers.
you know what I mean. 2 players playing the same game. But they only have like certain things that they can do. You know?
And here's another
Yeah.
train.
Oh yeah, train. Let's
It's like,
just,
yeah. Anyways,
we're going to chapter 7, which is a cool chapter. It's really short. We skip it pretty much.
Yes, chapter 7 is titled The Boat. There is a skip which shortens the title of the chapter to just
chapter 7.
because there will be no boats involved in this chapter.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the big boat in front of us right there. Okay. That's good. So that's the boat in front of us. There's 3 different ways that you could do this skip. There's like the super slow way. There's the kick glitch way that you can pretty much only do on PC. And then there's this way. This way is faster than the super slow way. But,
It's not anymore.
no, it is. It still is.
It's pretty difficult, though.
Oh, what was that? We did a wall run.
Yeah, don't, we have to try not to jump off the wall there.
Hold on one second.
Slow-mo for this, maybe?
I don't think it would help.
They need to just get high enough on that wall with enough speed
All right, we got
to
it.
grab that.
But that's not the hard part. So the hard part is right here.
Yeah, you have to wall run on the inside of an invisible wall.
So this is like the newest boat skip, and it's the best. You don't use it on PC because it'd be slower, but this skip was actually, it's been kind of known for a while, but HackerBoy777 just put it together. I don't know what he's
Swag
doing.
spins.
Oh my god!
I gotta
my
do the
God.
spin.
That was so unsafe, like extremely unsafe, but it was cool. So,
I have to do the spin.
that was unsafe. But yeah. So basically, the way this chapter works is, crap. The beginning of the level and the end of the level both start outside the boat.
Let me just size up here.
Okay, let's do it.
This is a difficult fence.
Come on.
Let's climb a little closer. Well,
Okay. All right. All right. Good. Okay.
There
So,
we
yeah, like I was saying before, the beginning of this chapter and the end of this chapter both start and end outside of the boat, which makes it so that we can just go grab the last checkpoint in the chapter and then reload the chapter, and then all the stuff will be there. And that's how that works.
I don't know if you saw, but very briefly on the screen there was a floating signpost, and it's for some reason the signpost is just like a solid hitbox, and if you touch it, it will kill you. And in Japanese it says "Do not enter." So do not enter the invisible signpost.
Crap. So right here, this fight is generally kind of easy, but with 2 players, 1 controller, it's a lot more difficult because he has to know what I'm going to do, and I have to know what he's going to do. Overall, that was a pretty good fight. It wasn't too bad. So that's kind of difficult to do, just because we have to time off of each other.
And it turns out the mysterious assassin was your best friend.
Yep.
So that was chapter 7. Now we're going on to chapter 8. There's no skips in chapter 8 or chapter 9. Well, there is one in chapter 9, but we're not going to do it because it requires super precise precision. What are you doing? Are we just going to jump?
Yeah.
Okay. Usually we side jump boost there, but apparently we're switching it up. What is that about?
I don't know.
How could you not memorize a whole hour-and-a-half game?
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Well, it's not an hour and a half.
I
We
don't-
put
I
we
don't-
put hour and a half for setup.
Yeah. I don't usually side jump there on PC, so I guess I just didn't think.
But
about
you
it.
haven't gotten marathon then, like, yet.
It hasn't been too bad.
Ooh, they
died-
got tased.
We got tased.
Yeah, we did. Don't tase me, bro.
Wow, I haven't come up here in a long time.
Yeah, we don't do the faster ways here because they're bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh
my God!
just the
Wow,
edge.
that was so unsafe. That was so unsafe.
You don't trust me.
I don't trust you at all. No, not even a little bit.
Shout out to Rat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we are gonna do the rat, but it's not here yet.
No, it's kind of the rat on the floor.
So where we almost died at was usually you're supposed to go up another level, but that takes time, and we like to be risque, and we didn't. Yeah, risque.
Wow.
Yeah.
We've got a donation to read.
Do we?
If you've got a.
Is there a comment to go with that?
Wait, what?
Wait, what happened? There's a donation or something?
Yeah, apparently somebody.
Is there a comment to go with
Oh,
that?
unfortunately, it seems the donation center mic is muted. We're gonna get that unmuted very.
We're about to
quickly.
have a donation read to us, so.
That's exciting.
And it's for a substantial amount, which is very.
Is it really?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Real quickly, we're killing this guy just for safety. We don't have to kill him, but if we don't, then it's kind of scary if we don't, so that's why we do it. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I have a $400 donation here.
Want to clap? Oh God, no, that's not good.
That doesn't help.
It's from,
Two players, one clapping.
it's from the Arcadia Retrocade,
Okay.
and it says, we are donating $1 from every admission fee we collected yesterday, Saturday the 11th, including free pass redemptions and party attendees, for a total of $394, which we are rounding up to 400.
Wow.
That's over twice what we earned and donated last year. Thank you for everything. Awesomeness to you all.
Thank you. That's really appreciated. That's really nice that you guys do that. I know you guys don't have to, but thank you a lot. That's awesome. So right now, this is the atrium. It's his favorite area of the game, not so much mine.
I love this room.
I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's not very safe at all. There's some safety issues that need to be looked at here by some construction guy.
This atrium is not OSHA compliant.
Yeah. So there's like,
For some reason, this jump is really hard with two people.
yeah.
We have trouble with
Okay,
it.
good. There's only really like two crazy hard jumps in the game, or in this area, and that's the first one. This is the second one. Just turn around. No.
Just-
Okay. No.
just
damn
like-
it.
Okay,
We can
just
just let go.
You want to just go the safe way?
uh,
All right, one more time. One more time.
okay, we can do it.
Okay, so that's not the super fast way, but that's good enough. We'll take
reasonably
it.
safe.
We'll take it.
Let's do one time.
Okay.
It's safe.
All right. Oh goodness. So that's why this room isn't very safe. There's a lot of like weird angles that you need to jump at, and if you're off by just a little bit, it could mean bad. So, yeah. All right. All right. So that was the atrium. So we got past it. That's good. I know we're like not talking to each other at all, and I'm kind of stuttering over a lot of my words. That's only because we're really concentrated right now. It doesn't seem like it, but on the inside, it's like, oh my God, I'm so focused right now. I know that sounded so fake, but that's what it is.
I'm so focused right now.
so into this.
You have no idea how focused I am right now.
How much effort did it take to practice this vent section?
Oh, this is the hardest section of the game, by far, Kappa.
3 inputs.
Yeah.
No one can live at this speed.
So there's a small little skip here. If we roll, which we did, we skip having to like climb across the bar and stuff. So that's reasonably better.
The one gun you have to use.
So right here, this is, I don't have to do anything. He's doing all the inputs for this section right here. So if we mess up, it's his fault.
Yeah.
Remember that.
All right, so he got that. That's good. Now we're gonna go for the rat.
I'm gonna take some time to line this up because it actually have to hit the middle of this. Hopefully that's good.
Look down.
I'm looking down.
Yeah, there's the So that's one of the biggest Easter eggs in the game, I'd say.
It's a rat.
Yeah.
Oh, ha ha ha.
That was not pun intended.
Oh.
The game's still loading.
No
this
pun
chapter's-
intended, but pun existed.
Yeah. So this chapter's almost over, and then we only have one more chapter left to do.
Wait, are we running out of puns?
What?
Oh.
No.
Oh. Ha 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 ha.
I don't think redoing them is allowed.
I've lost faith.
Yeah. Enough. All right. Crap. No, what are you doing? What are you doing?
The camera locks to him, so I decided to punch him.
Why'd you punch him? We could have backed up and went away. This part's kind of tricky just because...
It's random.
Yeah, it's really RNG based.
The patterns the enemies run in and the damage they do to you it's all random. So.
And we're actually taking like the safest route that we can through this part. Oh, you didn't jump. There's more like difficult paths, but we just decided to do the safest one just to try and do it fast. But it took us a few tries. Not a big deal.
Yeah, if one of the guards walks between the two pillars like that, there's not like I don't know, you're pretty much gonna die.
Yeah, there's not much you could do. So this is the last chapter here. It's called The Shard. If you guys have any more questions, this part's kind of slow, so if more people wanted questions answered.
Let's see here.
Why do you like red so much?
Why do I like red so much? Because
It's a good color.
I see flow. That's why. Not the progressive lady either. All the stuff in the game is red because it's said that the runners see flow. Like that's their way of seeing the world around them.
It's like a graphical representation of the runner's like instincts.
Yeah.
It's basically the game developer's way of saying, hey, this is the way to go.
Right. Exactly. And that's why I like red.
And here we have more Saiyans.
Yeah. This is a really big RNG part as well. I think we're good to hit the button. Go through. Yeah.
Okay, here's a question for you.
Okay.
People are asking that when they played it, they felt that the ending was somewhat lackluster. Do you agree? And if so, do you think that's what they're going to address in the sequel?
No, because you kick Jackknife out of an air or a helicopter, and it's awesome. What are you talking about? And not to mention the ending music is like the best. It's like the best ending ever. So,
Well,
I mean, I thought it was good.
I felt from a story standpoint the epilogue was a little lame, just because like there wasn't a whole lot of closure. It was just like, hey, you got your sister back, and now you're at the top of a tower full of people who are now realizing that you and your sister are both in the building and public enemy number one, and then it just fades to the end.
Yeah.
And all you get as sort of closure for that is there's a tiny little like
Blurb.
in the credits quote of like a news reporter saying like Faith Connors and her sister, wanted criminal Kate Connors, have escaped from the Shard after killing several people, and it's like I mean put just a little bit more in there to show us them like getting away.
I mean, it's the story itself. If you can dig into it and get into the story, it's a really great story. We said this before. The only problem that is within the game is they don't highlight on the story that much, which is kind of bad. But I think that had to do with they were kind of rushed and stuff, you know, like. But I'm sure the second one will have a lot of background story that will make sense for Mirror's Edge.
Yeah,
4.
this game
Wasn't a
was
bunch of the story cut out?
this game was
Yeah.
extremely rushed during development. 70% of the original script was cut for the final release.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a really tricky part.
I don't know why we didn't grab it there.
Yeah, that was.
Which is probably why.
Nice.
That was a long fall.
Which is
Faith doesn't like to grab things often.
Yeah, we're trying to grab a pole. and
Butterfingers.
It
He needs to
doesn't.
get a grip.
Enough with the puns.
I don't know. We're at that level.
See,
So, okay.
what makes
All right.
this is a really hard like shortcut they're trying to do, and it's even harder because they're sharing a controller, and one false input from either of them could like ruin this skip. Because
time?
you could almost say that like the way they're playing this is walking along an edge, perhaps one that reflects visible light. I don't know what you'd call it.
Walking along a single frame.
So we did that really slowly. First of all, because we missed it like 20 times, but also because you're supposed to roll and not get a heavy landing. I missed the roll, and I had to like jump and kind of save it. Not too big a deal. It was kind of bad though. All right, let's be honest. It was pretty bad. We missed it like 20 times.
All right, so
We're really far away from
what are
the
your
wall.
favorite games outside Mirror's Edge?
Hold on 1 second.
More Mirror's Edge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mirror's Edge is the only game I've ever
The
played.
Mirror's Edge DLC, does that count?
No. We were supposed to do a kind of semi-difficult trick there, and we missed it completely, and that was all just kind of off the top of our head. That was really good. I can't believe that we made that. Favorite game besides Mirror's Edge? I don't... What other games are there? Are there other games? No, seriously, I like all games. Like I said, I'm a trophy hunter, so I play like... Yeah, I play all sorts of games.
Literally
like,
all of them?
Seriously.
You have a Virtual Boy?
Literally.
I've gotten the platinum for Hannah Montana the movie. So Hannah Montana the movie, the game. So I honestly don't care what I play as long as I enjoy it. For the record, I did not enjoy Hannah Montana. It was a really easy platinum. But
And Montana, the movie, the game, the trophy.
yeah, exactly.
The TV show, the movie, the game, the trophy.
What about games not on PS3?
Yeah, of course. I love Pokemon, Mario, even some Xbox games I like. I like Left 4 Dead.
Even some Xbox games?
Yeah, I know.
You liar!
Left 4 Dead's on PC.
I have to say it so people don't think I'm...
What about Heavy Nova?
I haven't played that. Is that good? Should I play it?
It's the best game ever.
You should play it. Hey.
You should ask Adam AK.
How about you, Mr. Donkey? How are
Oh my god.
how are you? Some of your other favorites?
He likes Puss in Boots.
Yeah, that's a good game on the Wii. You should definitely play that. And but my favorite game of all time is probably Shadow of the Colossus.
That's a good game.
That's a good game.
Okay, so that was the sniper's part. There's a we're kind of getting like derailed here every 2 seconds, but there's like a really difficult trick that you can do there, which I don't even do personally on console one player. So 2 players is like ridiculous. You just have to be really precise, and it's really difficult. But right here, we're going up to pretty much almost the roof level of this building, and this is notorious to be one of the harder rooms of the entire game,
Yeah,
like beginning.
They couldn't figure out how to make a boss fight for this game, so they just made one room that's super hard to get through.
Yeah. So this is called the server room. Let's see how we do it. It's one of the harder rooms in the game when you're starting off. When you get better, it kind of is a little bit easier, but still it's random. It's a lot of RNG.
And if anyone was asking,
Forward.
my favorite games are Kirby's Adventure and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
We're going to use slow motion right here because we have to shoot one of each of these 4 servers. So he's got to shoot one from that section, one from this section. Oh, it didn't get shot. Usually that one gets shot, but it didn't for some reason.
Yeah, they hit the glass, but not the computer.
Yeah.
That's just the RNG.
Yeah.
coming into
So
play.
the reason why we use slow motion there is because he's turning a lot, and I have to move up the stairs so we don't get shot at, and it's really hard to like know when he's turning and when I have to move. So I know it's sad to say, but we're at the end of the game.
To avoid spoilers, we're going to skip this cutscene.
It's not to avoid spoilers.
Yeah, we're actually resetting because that was terrible.
Yeah.
We're gonna kick a guy out of a helicopter, and then the helicopter's
Basically-
gonna explode for no adequately explained
Basically,
reason.
the reason why we saved and quit there was because the cutscene takes longer than it takes to save and quit, so we're actually saving time right now.
Welcome to Cutscenes featuring Michael Bay.
Yeah, that's actually one of the only few cutscenes in the game that you can't skip manually. So,
I didn't even know.
so this is the final little part here.
They put up a little minor obstacle course, but
Time.
Time, by the way.
Time.
107 flat.
That's a new world record. New record. So that's a world record for 2 players, 1 controller, Mirror's Edge. We beat our time by like 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
So that's pretty good, pretty good.
2 players, 1 controller, Mirror's Edge PS3 version.
Yeah,
Yes.
PS3 version.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Now you need to do it on Xbox 360.
Oh
What are
yeah.
you gonna do? One keyboard, one mouse.
I don't know about that.
2 keyboards, 3 mice.
Well,
Get an octopus.
I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and thanks for donating and everybody that works here day and night. Appreciate it, guys.
He's going to play with an actual
What do-
donkey.
What have we got coming up next?
Donation incentive for next year. Actual donkey for Up and Donkey to sit on during the run.
Oh please, please, yes.
Like 33,000.
It looks like we've got a run of Metal Slug coming up next. So,
Awesome.
and for the people asking, my favorite games are the Monkey Island games.
Oh yeah.
I never played Monkey Island. Any good?
If you're into like point and click adventure games.